How y'all doing? Happy Monday. Happy Monday, everybody. So listen, here go another video of me talking to the fellas, okay? Here go another one, because I'm told I don't do it that much, but it's a coincidence I'm doing two back to back. I do it all the time. Some of y'all men need to stop fucking playing, man. You too grown and too old to be running around here like a little ass boy all the time and joking and laughing and playing. It's time to get serious. People out here dying in the streets every friggin' day. We ain't got time for the men to be playing. You gotta stand up and take charge of this community. Ain't nobody gonna give it to you. You gotta stand up, but you can't do that if you playing. You're playing all the time. Can't be serious. It's time to get serious. Everything ain't a joke and everything ain't funny all the time. It's sickening. And that's why the sisters is running around here talking shit about us. Because you're playing too much. Ha ha he all the fucking time. Stupid ass posts that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Dumb as fuck. Because you want to be cute and fun. It's time to get serious. Y'all got smartphones, but you dumb as fuck. It's time to get real. It's time. And this chauvinist crap y'all pushing, stop with the nonsense. Stop with the nonsense. So, the Post was asking an open question whether it's a law that women have to cook for men. That is the question that was asked. The answer is hell no. Hell fuck no. That's the answer. So, of course, they want to go into it. My grandmama said this, my mama said that. Fuck your mama and your grandmama. I don't give a shit what they feel and think either. Because it ain't true. So if your mama and your grandmama told you that, they lied to you. It ain't no law, and nobody can show you it's a law anywhere. It ain't in the Bible. It ain't written down in no state, in no city. There is no law, and there's never been a law that says that. And it damn sure ain't in the Bible. So, you got that chauvinist crap from the white man. That's where you got it from. You got it from Esau. Get white Jesus out your head. Because that's why we having problems in our community. We having problems in our community because y'all pushing that chauvinist crap that ain't based on nothing. And then the sisters go off on you. And then we got conflict. It's never been a law. It's never even been historically accurate. That's recent shit. And we got pushed that on slavery. That's where that comes from. But you go back in history, men always cooked. It's in the Bible. Men was cooking for other men. They was serving people. That's been the case the whole time. So what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Then me and the sister was kind of vibing, but I had to give her a little correction because she was saying too, like, well, women don't stay home no more. They doing it. Guess what? In ancient times, go read your Bibles, people. In ancient times, women had their own businesses that was separate from their husbands. That's what the Bible says. Go read what a virtuous woman is. She had her own. She went and bought a vineyard, a piece of land, and made it into a vineyard by herself. She worked that land by herself. She was a businesswoman. That's a virtuous woman. So again, this nonsense that these gender roles that white man created here in America, that's not us. That's not us. But instead of just accepting the correction, the brother went out, he joking, it's a joke, and why am I on your post? And dude, you asked the question. You asked the question. That's why I'm on your post, because you asked the question. And I answered you. I gave you the words of God. I gave him scriptures. On scripture. Precept upon precept. I gave it to him. So now it's because we hate correction. Now it's, why you even on my post? Why you even here? I'm a 43-year-old man. I'm like, I don't give a fuck how old you are. You're wrong. That's chauvinist crap you got from the white man. No, women ain't got to cook for man all the time. Men can cook too. And we always have. Hell, most of your best chefs in the world are men. And have always been that way. So what are you talking about? When's this women that had to stay home and work the farm? Somebody else said that to me. Show me. It's not historically accurate. It's not. Because again, during the Reconstruction, the number one job for women was a caretaker. They was cooks for the white people. So the women had to go out into the community and do that. Most of the time, and a lot of the times, the man had to stay home. Because there wasn't jobs for us outside of sharecropping at that time. The women always had jobs. So what are y'all talking about? Where are you getting this nonsense from? If you wasn't a sharecropper, what was you doing? Little. If they was out in the streets, they got put right back into slavery. They got put right back into slavery. Know your history, people. Know your history. But y'all just be making up stuff, and you heard this and you heard that, and my mama said, fuck your mama. Fuck your grandmama. Because my grandmama ain't never say that bullshit. My grandmother was always about having money and having land. That's what my grandmother was about, so I don't know what y'all grandmothers was doing. But my grandmother was running shit. See, y'all talk that boss crap, but y'all don't live it. My grandma, Pearl McKay, Pearl Bowen, was a boss. Don't get it twisted. She wasn't home, barefoot and pregnant. White people started that shit. That was never part of black culture. I mean, who was the first black millionaire? What was that woman's name? With the beauty supplies? I mean, come on. She was the first millionaire. She was a woman because she started her own beauty products. We always did that. Women always had beauty products, and we always had our own industries within our community. We got away from that during civil rights, but we was always black man and black woman working together. That's how it was always was. We got away from that. It's time to get back to that, but we ain't going to get back to that with this chauvinist crap. We ain't going to get back to that. And we ain't going to get right if you can't never accept correction. We all wrong at some point. We all wrong. But again, you're a 43-year-old man. You proving my point to you, bruh. You proving my point to you. You too old to be acting like that. That's 20-year-old behavior. Get right. It's time. You ain't got time to play no more. We ain't got time. We getting killed out here in the streets every day. We don't have time, and the men need to step up. The sisters is always telling us they don't feel protected. Who said that? Shalakimia said that, right? She don't feel protected. Of course, because we're out of order. Why would you feel protected? We're out of order. We got to get back in order so you can feel protected, sister. Brothers, you got to start protecting your sisters. So you got to put yourself in order to do the protection. It don't y'all always want to put the cart before the horse, and you want things to be in place and then you believe. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. Y'all got to see everything. Well, show me. I showed the brothers. He telling me. I showed them scriptures. God gonna have to come down here by him. Okay, when God comes, when Jesus comes and God comes, then they chop your ass up and put you to death. Don't be the one talking. Because see, us, we always have said that. And even us, those of us who saw things, saw the miracles with their own eyes, they still didn't want to believe and want to run right back to Egypt and the slavery. Because they didn't believe. Even though they eating the fucking angel bread at the time, and they still don't want to believe. They seen the miracles that Moses did. They seen Moses part the Red Sea. They seen all of that. They still didn't believe. So don't hit me with that, oh, I got to see it to believe it. That's fucking bullshit. That's a cop-out. The white man tell you every fucking thing and you believe it. You ain't got to see shit he did. You ain't got to see nothing. So don't tell me you got to see something. You got to see what God said. We've been there and done that. You ain't believe him then. Y'all didn't believe Jesus when he was walking the earth. You didn't believe him. Jesus was walking the earth and giving y'all the doggone truth. You didn't believe him. So now you got to see it again? No, you either going to believe or you ain't going to believe. Your proof is in what's happening around you. All of the prophecies have come true thus far. That is your proof. That is a sign that God left for you. He ain't say he was going to come back down here and show you again. He said, I'm going to leave these curses on you for a sign. And all of them have happened. And they're still happening. So either you're going to get it or you ain't going to get it. Ain't nobody got time to play with you no more. Why are you so serious, brother? What's wrong with you? Because it's a serious time. It ain't time to play. It ain't joke time. Sisters is out here dying. They getting forced into sex trafficking. 1.5 million brothers is missing. That over a 10-year period, that's 100,000 or more a year. We don't have time to play. But some of y'all are oblivious. Everything is a joke. And you love Esau's world so much. Y'all in love with this world. And y'all want to keep it. Even though you ain't got nothing. You at the bottom of the barrel. But you love this world. You ain't got nothing. But y'all love it. You want to stay in captivity. So do it. Just do it. The rest of us is going to move on. We ain't got time to be in captivity no more. We got to get right. You ain't woke. Y'all telling yourselves you woke. You ain't woke. Because you posted a link on Facebook, that makes you woke? What is your behavior like? The same as it always been. So you ain't woke. You're still asleep. You're sleepwalking. Only sleepy people see. That's the only time somebody says, are you woke? Because they think you sleepy. You woke? No, I'm up. You're sleepy. Think about it. Y'all say stupid things. Well, change words to fit what you want it to be. Like feelings. Feelings doesn't mean I think. Not mean I think. They're two different things. So correct your language. If you're meaning to say I think, I have these thoughts, then say that. But don't say I feel, because nobody gives a fuck about your feelings. And the only time y'all say that to each other is when you're dealing with each other, when you're dealing with somebody else black. Because you ain't never going to go to no other nation and tell them what your feelings are. Because they don't give a fuck. They don't care. And you know it. They don't care. So express your thoughts. See, but when you say I think, you got to have some responsibility. You got to take some responsibility for your thoughts. That's the problem. That's what y'all don't want to do. Y'all like to use I feel because you feel you're entitled to feel something. That's what y'all think. You think you're entitled to feel something. You're not. Nowhere. They don't care. They hate you. Them other nations hate you. When are y'all going to get it through your head? How many ways they got to show you they hate you? Please. Show me. Tell me. How many ways they got to show you? They've been whipping your ass every which way up and down from sundown to sunset for hundreds of years now. Thousands if you want to go back. And you still don't get it. You still want to be a Grecian. You still want to be a heathen. You still want to do what the pagans do. Because it makes you feel good. Fuck out of here. Give a fuck with your grandmama, your granddaddy. I don't give a fuck what none of them think. They was wrong. They got misled. Some things they was right on, but most things they was wrong about. That's why we in captivity. Because our forefathers fucked it up. It's time for us to wake up. And that wasn't in the past. The prophecy said we would wake up in present day. In the last days, that's where we at now. Earthquakes in diverse places. Plagues. That ain't happened in the past. That ain't happened in your grandmama day. In your granddaddy day. In your great-grandmama day. That didn't happen. You ain't have no earthquakes in weird places. You ain't have nations rising against nations. You ain't have one country, one nation controlling everybody. You didn't have that back in grandmama's day. In great-grandmama's day. In Meemaw. In Big Mama. And whoever, whatever you want to call them. Nana. These things are happening in present day. Pay attention. That's what y'all don't believe. You got to see everything. Look around. It's happening. But because we don't read, you don't know how to connect the dots. There's books on these topics. You ain't even got to read the Bible. There's books on these topics. Plenty of them. We got speakers who've been speaking for decades on these very topics. But you don't believe. That's why y'all wasn't riding with Malcolm when he was here. He was telling you this back then. You didn't ride with him. But then after he died, everybody's a Malcolm fan. In today's world, y'all country-ass niggas was never with Malcolm. Because y'all love Esau too much. It's time to wake up. I ain't going to play with you. I ain't playing with you. I don't care about your feelings. See, that's what y'all used to. Y'all don't like the way I talk or like the way somebody says it to you. Alright. I'm sorry, I had to take that call, y'all. But y'all play games. See, y'all played games when Malcolm was on the scene. Y'all played games when Martin was on the scene. When Marcus Garvey was on the scene. When the Black Panthers was on the scene. You played the whole time. It's time to stop playing. It's time to get real. And they've been whooping your ass and killing you ever since. When you gonna get real? Black man, when you gonna get real? Give these women something to look up to look forward to feel protected. When you gonna get serious? With y'all Dallas Cowboys. And y'all know more about the damn Lakers and Dallas Cowboys than you do about your own checkbooks. It's time to get serious. Ain't nothing wrong with sports. But it has a time and a place for it. But some of y'all, the only time you post anything is when you're talking about Dallas. You ain't got nothing intelligent to say. Some of you can't even help the damn kids with their homework, but you know every damn sports statistic there is. It's time to get serious. It's time. Then y'all want to blame these sisters. Oh, they thoughts, they this, they... Y'all thoughts too. Y'all whoremongers too. So I got a solution for that. Stop fucking with them. If the sisters are thoughts, stop fucking with them. But no, y'all want to get that ass. Y'all want to get that pussy, don't you? So yeah. Then you want to talk shit later. Come on, fellas. It's time to get up. Wake up. Stop throwing dick around. Get your credit straight. Get your checkbook straight. Get that straight. So we can get these sisters off of food stamps. We can get these, because it don't take a lot of money to get off of food stamps. It don't take a lot. Oh. And it takes 2 incomes. So step up. I don't care what your mama taught you. I don't care what your grandmama said was cool. Because a lot of them are part of the problem. We got to be honest about it. So if your mama thought it was cool to have men running in and out of her house and that's where you got it from, your grandmama was wrong. It's time for you to wake up. Ain't no excuse no more. You're hearing the truth right now, but see, y'all want to defend your foolishness. Ain't no defense no more. I'm calling you the fuck out on it. No more excuses, fellas. Oh, they ain't never seen no real man, so become one yourself. I don't want to hear. There's a lot of shit that gets invented. People invent shit all day long. So invent being a good man. How about that? Use your ingenuity. Use your creativity. Because y'all invent every other foolish fucking thing in the world. Y'all invent it. It's time to wake up. It's time. Give these sisters something to work with. And I'm not saying every single man ain't shit. I'm talking specifically to you ain't shit niggas. You niggas that's playing games. I'm talking to you niggas. That's who I'm talking to. That's who y'all are that I'm speaking to. I ain't speaking to the good dudes. I ain't speaking to the men that's holding it down and doing what they supposed to. And men, guess what? Most men ain't even going to ask me about who I'm talking about because they know who I'm talking about. See, y'all sisters play that game. When you talking about all women and you need to be more specific, fuck that. Stop playing games. Let's stop. Because, see, again, when the white man does that, y'all don't go to him and say, well, who you mean? And you need to add context. Because that we the people wasn't you. They wasn't being specific. They was being vague to the motherfucker. But they knew who they was writing it for. We the people was rich white men. That's who we the people were. And that's who it still is. Y'all got it twisted. Pay attention. Who I got? On here with me. Miss Lynetta, she done popped in and popped out. No one never called me, but it's alright. What ass talking about? Let me see here. Yeah, you're absolutely right. When some women do that, but this video ain't about them women. We talking about these men because the excuse is always going to be these men ain't doing what they supposed to do. Okay, so let's eliminate that excuse. Is what I'm saying. Let's eliminate it altogether. So that way they're gonna look real foolish out here saying, "Oh, well, the man this, the man that." All these niggas over here straight. We good. They doing what they supposed to do. Ain't no more excuses. Somebody got to go first. So I'm saying the man is supposed to be the leader in the community. Let him lead, so that way they can follow. That's what I'm saying. Know what I mean? And I know I sound mad aggressive right now. I'm just pissed off. I mean, these niggas is pissing me off, man. It's too many fucking games, and I'm holding their ass to the fire. They got to lead. They got to step up. Sisters got their job to do too. We can do a whole nother video on that. This one is about these niggas. That's being niggas. That's who this about. It's time for them to get their acts together and stop ha-ha and gee-hee and all that and making, making jokes and excuses and all of that foolishness. It's time to stop. It's 2020. It's time to stop. We ain't got time. They already saying we got, what, 30 years? That before this motherfucker heats up all the way? We got 30 years. We only got 10 years to reverse that, they saying. We only got 10 years to reverse it. We don't have time. That wasn't in Grandma's days. The earth wasn't heating up in Grandma's day. In Grandpa's day, and great-grandmama and them. The earth is heating up now. That's the sign of the last days. How was this planet, how was Esau's world going to end? In the fire. And the knob is God slowly turning it up on us. We got to wake up and pay attention to what's happening. And there's some of these fools, they want to hold on to Esau's world. They want to hold on to it even though they have nothing. They don't have nothing and they just want to hold on to it. What are you holding on to? You don't have anything. And here's another thing we got to stop doing. We got to stop overlooking foolishness. We got to stop, brothers. We got to stop overlooking foolishness. I was watching a Roland Martin show, and all of them dudes is on there attacking P. Diddy for what he said. And he made a comment about holding the vote hostage. And guess what? He ain't the only one that's been saying that. He ain't even the first one. So why all of a sudden when a brother says it, you want to attack him? And he wrong, and he this and that. And all of the reasons they was giving he was wrong was foolish. It's the same nonsense they always been saying. Oh, we need to negotiate with Biden. Negotiate with Biden? He don't care about us. He ain't never cared about us. We've been on that roller coaster with Biden before. What did Biden do for us before? He had 8 years. He did not do nothing. So y'all want to go back into that? We gonna wait till we put him in office and then try to negotiate with him. Does that make sense? No, it's never worked. So it's time to do something differently. It's time. But only these corporate Democrats, these corporatists, are the ones that's saying that. Regular, everyday working people ain't saying that. We wasn't better during Biden, and that's something Roland Martin said that I totally disagree with. We wasn't better during the Biden years. We was better during the Bush years than the Obama years. To be technical with you, there is no economic. There is no economic indicator that suggests that we did better during the Obama years. We did worse. Home ownership was down. Unemployment was up. And the unemployment necessarily wasn't his fault, but he didn't do nothing to correct that problem. He bailed out the auto industry. He bailed out the banks. He bailed out corporations, but he didn't bail out the American people. So, hell, guess what we doing under this Republican government administration? Say what you want, but we got bailouts directly issued to the American people. When has that happened under any Democratic president? I'll wait. Not in my lifetime. I'll wait. So we got to start being honest. So P. Diddy is correct. We do need to hold the vote hostage. If they ain't promising us nothing, then the fool, I forget the dude's name. One of them was like four of them. One of the dude's names, he talking about, what did he say? Biden he's had a black agenda the whole time. And then he contradicts himself right after that and says, well, Biden was go to his website. He was taking a little bit from everybody, from Kamala, from Bernie, from Pete, from this person. That ain't his agenda. All he doing is pandering and saying whatever y'all want to hear. Hold on. I gotta plug in. My screen went dark. I don't know if y'all can hear me. Let me using my trusty charger. Let's see. Yeah, I'm back, y'all. I'm still here. I'm hot. Biden don't have a black agenda. They can't show you a YouTube clip or nowhere about Biden saying anything he was going to do for black people. What he did say is, I'm not going to change nothing. We're going to go right back to the way things was during the Obama years. Go back to when we was horrible. When our economics, the home ownership was at its lowest in history. Think about that. In history. This 2020. During the Obama years, our home ownership was at the lowest point. Because that's what Biden wanted us. Okay? But y'all rallied behind him because y'all was nostalgic and y'all was so quick. Y'all thought he was Black Jesus and the second coming and all of this other stuff. That's what y'all accredited Obama to. Well, he ain't that. He never was that. He ain't do shit, not one thing specifically for the black community. Nobody can argue with that. Not one specific thing. Now, did some of the things he do help? Yeah, they did. But it wasn't, we always get the crumbs. So yeah, we got some crumbs. But what he did specifically for us, I'll wait. Please, I'll wait. It's lemonade good, y'all. It's time to wake up and face the facts. But anytime you tell somebody the truth, they always find some niggas to throw up on TV that when they cooning and pandering to white folks. I don't care what white folks think. I don't care. But y'all, shh, master coming, you gotta be quiet. Why at the same time they say any fucking thing they want to say to your black ass face, to your mama face, to your daddy face, to your granddaddy face. They ain't never stopped saying whatever the hell it is they want to say. They don't care. So why should you? Stop being concerned with them people. Because that's what the scriptures tell us. Anytime you trying to make peace with them other nations, you weaken yours. That's God saying that to you. Because y'all got religion and you're not practicing what God said. That's why y'all ain't never heard that before. Anybody who want that scripture, I'll be more than happy to give it to you. But then as soon as I give you the scripture, well, I'm going to do what I want to do anyway. Then keep doing it. This video ain't for you. This is for the people who want to build, who want to make something. For the women who want a husband to act right. For the husbands who want to act right. Who want women to act right. That all starts with the man. We got to set the tone. What I got? No, he's not the nominee. He's absolutely not the nominee. He hasn't been nominated yet. He is not the nominee. He is the presumptive nominee. But he does not have enough votes, enough delegates yet to be a nominee. That's why a lot of us progressives are still mad at Bernie. Okay, Biden is not the nominee. You still got elections that have not happened yet. He is not the nominee. Bernie should have stayed in the race, and that's why this hashtag Bring Back Bernie is going around, and it's a couple of them like that. Because the Democratic Party is they're already having second thoughts about Biden. That's why some of them are pushing for Cuomo. Okay? Because they know Biden cannot win. This is the same mistake we made with Hillary. He's a corporate Democrat. He's damn near a Republican because he votes with them all of the time. And he gives them everything they want. And they're starting to see that. Biden cannot win. Where is he? What is he doing? Nothing. He came out for the Earth Day, and because he jumped on the bandwagon with the Earth Day and tried to talk about some of the things he wanted to do to save the environment. But remember during the doggone primaries, in the debates, he ain't had nothing to say about that. That's pandering. He has no agenda, but he just want to ride Obama's dick, which is what he been doing. And he thinks that's going to carry him over the finish line. That's the same thing that Hillary did. She was riding Bill Clinton's dick for a while, and then at the end, she started riding Obama's dick. And it backfired on her. Because Obama gave her a little job, and she fucked it up. We got to start being honest. These Democrats have not done nothing for us. And like Puffy said, it's a business. We got to start looking at it like a business. What are we getting for our vote? Somebody need to come out and say it straight out. What are we getting? Oh my God, I can't read all that. Hold on, man. Who is this? Willie Monroe. Wait a minute, I gotta bring that closer, man. That's a lot, brother. I'm legally blind, brother, so hold on a minute. I hear you and I know your passion about what you're saying. Do you have any open-minded feel? I wish you'd simplify that. I mean, it's not coming across real clear. I'm not really sure. Somebody might have to read that for me. I need simple stuff. That's a little too complicated for me to read. The word's too small. So I really don't know what you're talking about. Open-minded. Who the hell is open-minded? Show me where open-minded has done anything for us. Black people been open-minded the whole time. We are always open-minded to what the other groups of people want us to do. We've been doing that for hundreds of years. It's time to us to be closed-minded to what we need. We don't need more pandering. We don't need more of what we've been getting. That's not what we need. That's the definition of insanity. We don't need that. We need more. We need less of that and more of what we have not been doing. We need to get to a point where we're focused on what our needs are and holding people accountable, because that's what I guess we talk about politics. I'm assuming I could be wrong. Correct me. But we're talking about politics, so we've been open-minded the whole time. We always go with the bandwagon and we never get nothing for it. That's what Puffy was saying. That's what Puffy was saying. So if we're not going to get nothing for our vote, then we should not be voting. Nothing has changed anyway. What are we getting for our vote? We rally behind whoever the black candidate is supposed to be, or the blackest candidate. Right now, that's supposedly Biden because of what these niggas did in South Carolina. Them old backwards ass motherfuckers. I mean, really? Did they speak for the black community? Nah, I'm sorry. They're a bunch of old ass coons who got in the church money, and they comfortable where they at, but they ain't thinking about the future. They ain't thinking about their kids. That's why the kids in South Carolina ain't voting. Them young people ain't voting. That's old ass people voting. That's sitting around on their pensions, and they got their money, and they sitting around on an acre of land, and in their trailers, and they happy and comfortable. They don't care. They ain't going to be here much longer. Most of them. They're going to be gone in the next 10 years. But they don't care about that. Even though what they're voting for is against their own interests while they are still here. Because Biden wants to cut Social Security. He wants to cut Medicare. He wants to cut Medicaid. That's what Biden wants to do, and that's what he's been trying to do the whole time. That's his career. And they're going to turn around and vote for him because Obama said it was cool? Fuck out of here. We got to stop being stupid. We ain't no better than them right-wing people that's following Trump, voting against their interest. We ain't no better than them. We got to stop doing that. We're no better. We just as ignorant. Because you ask people why they voting for Biden. Oh, I asked a young girl that. Why you vote for Biden? Oh, man, because my grandmama told me to. This is my first time voting. My grandmama told me to vote for him. What? I'm like, what? What did you just say? So you didn't. This is your first time voting, and the best you got is my grandmama told me to do. You want to run around here and tell people you grown. And you thinking for yourself. That's what these Zoomers and the millennials are doing. But your grandmama told you to vote for Biden, and you just went ahead and did it because you. Really? Come on. Come on. Oh man. Yeah, brother. I don't know if you still on here, brother. Willie. I think that's what I'm seeing. But I'm trying to get you to simplify your comment. Or somebody else who reading it, simplify that shit for me. It's way too much. I'm not going to read all that shit. It's time for the Democratic Party to be open-minded. It's time for them to be open-minded to what black people have been saying to them and what these younger generations are saying to them. Because the polls was with Bernie. All of the polls, on every issue, 80%, 90% was favoring the position that Bernie had. So they voted based on this nostalgia. Because somebody told them, oh, Biden can beat Trump. He cannot beat Trump. And what they're going to do, they're already setting it up, so they're going to blame somebody else, just like they did with Hillary. They still have an accepted responsibility for losing the election because of a bad candidate. That's a fact. That the progressives said it before Hillary lost, and we saying it again. So the proof is it keeps happening. Oh, the trick is we need to get more people out to vote. This is what the solution on Roland Martin last night. Well, how did the Republicans keep winning? Please explain that. Because they ain't won a popular election in my lifetime. I don't even think Reagan won a popular election. I think he lost the popular election. I could be wrong about Reagan. I think we got to go back to Carter or somebody who was the last Republican that won a popular election. But in my lifetime, and I'm 43, there's no Republican has won a popular vote. And yeah, we're going to talk about gerrymandering. Yeah, okay. Well, if they can do it, why we can't do it? We've been in power the whole time. We've had Democratic presidents, so why we can't do it? We got Democratic governors. Why we ain't playing by the same game? Playing the same rules. So that's bullcrap. That's bullcrap. It's only because the electoral college is only 50 areas in this country. It's like 18 of them that really matter. So why are we beating down those doors? No, we worrying about South Carolina. South Carolina is what it is. They always go Republican. Why do we care what them niggas down in South Carolina think? They always go Republican. And now everybody's pandering because they want a job. Even Stacey Abrams, who I was a big fan of, I can't roll with her no more. Because she's pandering and I'm with Joe and he this and that. When? When she was running, did Joe come out and rally for her? No, hell no. He ain't do shit for her black ass down there in Georgia. But now she rolling with Joe because she got ambition to be a vice president. She's chasing her ambition. She's not doing what's best for the people. Because really, truth be told, we need her to stay in Georgia. We need her to try to get things together down there, so that way we can flip that red state blue. That's what we need her most. We don't need her to be president. But see, y'all get caught up in that girl power nonsense. Ooh, I didn't mean to get on the women, but I'm going to say this. Y'all get caught up on that girl power nonsense. Please show me the evidence of where black women managing anything was a good idea. These are facts. I'm not saying there aren't some good black managers on an individual level, but as a group, so y'all just want to pick a black woman just randomly. We ain't picking her because she got a certain skill set. We just because she's a black woman and she the best we got at this little bunch that's in there right now, and who Biden might pick. Because if we were serious about getting a woman of color, we get a fighter in there. We get Maxine Waters in there. We get it's a lady down there in Kentucky that's good. Another lady down there in Arkansas that's a monster. We got a lot of sisters who've been in politics and are very skilled. We ain't tapping them because we only looking at the ones that we know Joe Biden might pick. The Kamalas and Stacey Abrams now. And the other one, who thinks she black or whatever her name is, Gifford or whatever the hell her name is. I forget the little name. Amy. Not Klobuchar, but yeah, she's even in the running. Well, he already lied because he said he was specifically going to pick a black woman. Now he done backtracked on that. Because he realized they really ain't that good. But he get on TV, I got a lot to choose from, then pick one. You had a whole lot of time to think about this. Then pick one. Let's move on. Why are you playing games? We're going to wait till the last minute and you pick a running mate? No. Let's go ahead and do it. Let's get it over with. But he ain't the doggone nominee yet. He's the presumptive. He's a clown. He ain't took a stand nowhere. Trump was on TV every day. He should have been on TV every day. Every day. But when Trump had something, he should have been rebutting it. Because that's one thing that Obama did well when he was campaigning. When he took charge of that bailout. And Bush tried to jump on the bandwagon. See, Bush was still president, but everybody knew Obama was winning because it was going to win. So Obama stepped up and started negotiating directly. Like, hey, I'm about to be president, man. This is how we going to do it. Bush is out of here. And then Bush tried to co-sign some shit at the end. It was already too late. Obama was already elected at that point. We got to stop playing it. We got to start understanding how the game is played. But getting 2 million people, 2 million additional people to vote, that's not going to happen. We got to be realistic. I don't care how much money we throw at it. That's just not going to happen. Because you're not energizing people to vote. Okay? Obama energized people. He sold people on hope and change because he was offering something different. So that's why people got out and galvanized. That's why the vote got galvanized for Obama. That's what we need to do. Not throw a whole bunch of money at it because Mike Bloomberg just proved that don't work. He proved that. And he spent how many? Almost $1 billion? Come on. Come on. All right. I don't know if it's Waters or Waters, but I love her either way. You know what I'm talking about. Maxine. Phenomenal. It's a couple of them. It's a black chick down there in Texas that's pretty good. There's a black guy from New York that's pretty good. So if he want to pick a black person, he got a lot to choose from. People that's in the game and really been out here putting in work. Young guy too from he not young, but he's he's not old. He was a teacher or whatever from New York or whatever, and then he got into politics or whatever. Fabulous guy, fabulous. But he's still playing that old politics style. That's what Obama. I mean, not Obama, but Biden. He's living in the past. He's stuck in the past. He hasn't moved into the future. That's why he don't even have enough money to compete with Trump. Ain't nobody talking about that right now. He don't have no money. Bernie was the only one who had the money, and possibly Elizabeth Warren. So if he's smart, he'll go ahead and pick Elizabeth Warren so he got some money. Or he'll pick Bernie so he got some money. That's what would be smart. But right now, as it says, he picked Stacey Abrams. Ain't no money. Who got the money? Nobody, none of them. It takes a certain amount of dollars to run a presidential campaign. And Trump ain't got nothing but money. He ready for war. So we got to go in there with our guns blazers, with our big guns. But Biden just think, oh, they like me better. Old Joe. He's a freaking rapist. And the Democrats have been, they've been hypocritical because when the when the guy was up for SCOTUS and he had that rape allegation, and they had Dr. Ford came out and was going against him. All the Democrats were saying, "Oh, we need to have an investigation. The FBI needs to investigate. We need to do due process." Now it's on Joe Biden. They talking about the Wall Street Journal's investigation. Was it not was it Wall Street Journal or the New York Times? One of them did an investigation. They didn't interview everybody. That's not their job. But that's good enough for the Democrats. A newspaper did the investigation. What happened to the FBI? They're hypocrites. And people seeing them for what they are. You got a lot of independents out here that's turned off by that. Because they want to push their guy through. Your guy is a rapist. The lady got more credible information than Dr. Ford had. She got credible information. They got a tape of her mother calling into the one of the talk shows back then, asking, not specifically, but indirectly asking about this issue. Come on, her mother's dead, so it ain't like her mother just made that shit. That shit was years ago in the 90s. So the lady, Tara Reid, has been trying to get shit out there the whole time. Because Democrats always want to sweep shit under the rug. They just as bad as the Republicans and want to push their people through. We saw it with Hillary. Hell, we saw it with Kerry. We saw it back then with Kerry because Howard Dean was the dude back then. But Howard Dean wasn't corporate. Kerry was. So they blocked Kerry. I mean, they blocked Howard Dean. Same thing. They play these games every year. And they expect us to fall in line. No, it's time to break that cycle. So guess what? I'd rather have 4 more years of Trump than Biden. That's just what it is. Biden is worse than Trump to me. At least I'm going to get some entertainment with Trump for the next 4 years. Biden is going to fuck it up. We know this. We know this. It's better to deal with a devil you know than 2 you don't. That's logic. So we already got Trump. He ain't really fucked up that much. What is Trump really fucked up? Let's be honest, for black people. What has changed for us? Nothing. Nothing at all. Hell, our unemployment got better. So what has really changed for us? We got to start being honest because we just don't like this man. We making it seem like we hate him. Hate him for what? What has he done specifically to black people? Not saying I agree with his policies, which I don't. But what has he done besides the Supreme Court justices? But that's in place, and that was really Mitch McConnell. And the Democrats in the Senate is kind of co-signing to that shit anyway. They could block it. They got enough votes to block it and to make it difficult. So I got a problem with the Democrats too. We can't blame all of that on Trump. We got to put the blame across the board where it deserves to be. And that's what we don't do. Oh, Trump is this and Trump is that. Yes, he is. Bush was too, but now y'all wishing y'all had Bush back. Y'all wishing y'all had Bush. But when things was bad under Obama and getting worse for us, y'all ain't have nothing to say. Oh, Biden, if we get Biden, if y'all push Biden through, first of all, he's going to lose the election. He can't beat Trump unless something magical happens over the next few months. He can't beat Trump because even the stock market ain't even that bad right now. And that was his thing was the economy. And the economy really ain't that bad. Yeah, you got people on unemployment because of this virus. But before that, the job market was good. The stock market was good. So we got started first. But who was that? Let me see here. Can't see. Cool Keith McKay. Let me see. What's that? Oh, facts. Yeah, no doubt. But see, we don't like when people talk to us real. Then we start getting out. People gonna say, I don't like the way he's saying it. He should say it a different way. I don't give a fuck how you feel. I'm giving you the truth. You about to run off a cliff, and I'm saying, hey, nigga, come back. I'm screaming at you. What do you want? You about to fall off a cliff, and somebody say, hey, come back. Or you want somebody to scream at you and get your attention. That's what I'm doing. That's why the Bible says, raise up your voice like a trumpet and spare not. Spare not means fuck your feelings. Show my people their sins. That's what I'm doing. Whether you want to hear it or not. You don't want to hear it, block me. Delete me. Don't listen. Turn your cheek. Do not, I mean, you know, you ain't going to hearken. Then turn your face. Turn your head. Be stiff-faced. Be hard-faced. All of them adjectives that the Bible uses to describe you. You're going to do it anyway. Listen, and I'm not comparing myself to Jesus, because that's what somebody's was going to say. But when Jesus was on the scene, you didn't listen to Jesus. Right? When Moses was on the scene, you didn't listen to Moses. When Noah was on the scene, you didn't listen to Noah. Didn't listen to King Solomon. You didn't listen to King David. Y'all don't listen. And you make up excuses every time somebody's telling you something true. And all I'm doing is telling you what the Bible says. And anytime somebody tells you something true, y'all niggas don't want to listen. And you make up excuses. And you're still in fucking captivity. Come on. You're telling yourselves you essential. You ain't essential. You ain't essential don't mean important. Essential means your black ass need to go to work because you fuel the economy, which is what I've been saying. It ain't just teachers or truck drivers. It's fast food workers too. It's Walmart workers. Y'all all essential, but you ain't important. They don't give a shit. That's why they trying to reopen this country. They don't care if you die. It's somebody to replace you. Stop telling yourself you important. You don't got shit. You got less, especially if you're my age, you got less than what your grandparents had. You got less. You don't own anything. At least they own something. You don't own anything. As a group, not talking to you individually, some of y'all are doing okay. As an individual, and you're living next to some white folks and you told yourself you made it. Okay, kudos. I'm happy for you. Small violin. But the rest of the nation, we ain't doing good. And I've had great jobs in my lifetime. Some far better than what y'all have ever had. Let's just, facts is facts. And I was big-headed and I told myself, oh, I had this, I had that. I legitimately made $100,000 in a year for a couple of years. I legitimately did that. Y'all ain't even close to it. You're lying to yourselves. And I know that because I know what kind of money I was making. Y'all ain't making that kind of money. $100,000 a year is $8,300 a month. Y'all ain't making that kind of money. If so, what are you doing with your money? Why don't you own anything? Why don't you have any rental properties? Why don't you even own your own house? Why ain't your car paid for? Why are you struggling to pay your bills? Why you can't take a vacation without coming back to your lights off? Come on, let's not play these games. See, I was about that life. And a lot of y'all just working regular ass jobs. And you're killing yourself. It's time to be honest, because if you want better, you're going to do better. But you can't keep telling yourself your shit don't stink and it's a pile of shit in your living room floor. You can't keep doing that. And that brings me back to the fellas, okay? Fellas, we got to take charge, okay? And these sisters is out here struggling, some of them, and y'all trying to leech off of them, and they ain't got a pot to piss in. Because if a woman is getting food stamps, trust me, she ain't got no income. She ain't got no income. I know what my income is, and they gave me what? What was the number, Ashley? $13 and $16 a month in food stamps? With my little bit of income, my disability? So, come on. These chicks is getting $400-$500 a month in food stamps. That mean they ain't got no income and they got a bunch of kids. Let's start being real about it. We got to stop lying. We got to stop lying, people. Fuck out of here. 16, yeah. All right, it was $16. Okay. Yeah, I mean, no doubt. There's no doubt that he's riding Obama's economy. There's no doubt. But here's the problem: the Democrats ain't speaking that. They should have been beating him up with that every day he was on TV talking about he did this and he did that. It should have been a Democrat on TV with the real numbers and charts and everything else saying, "Now, here's what the economy was when you got in office. It went up slightly. It went up like a little pinch." That's like you come in the game at the end of the fourth quarter, you up 20, and then you want to get credit for winning the game. That's the analogy that Democrats should have been on TV saying for the last 3 years. No, they was beating us up with Russiagate. That's what they was beating us up with. But then they don't want to do nothing about it because they could have put that man in jail for not giving up the tax transcripts, his tax papers. They could have put him in jail, but no, they played games with him. They should have threw his ass right in jail under the doggone house. But that's what Democrats do. They talk a lot of shit, but when it's time to bite, they don't. I guarantee the Republicans would have locked somebody the fuck up in that same reverse situation. I guarantee it. Because them Republicans is vicious. But these Democrats, these old ass Democrats we got in there now, especially the black ones, they soft as hell. They ain't got no fight. And that's why they were scared of Bernie. Because Bernie is all fight. They're scared of that. Because Bernie gonna rock some boats and their money gonna get cut off. Both Republican and Democrat. Because see, that's what Bernie was trying to do. But black men, it's time to get real. I talked way longer than I want to talk. And I'm open. And going back to the open-minded comment, hey, I'm always willing for an intelligent discussion. I'm always open to that. But like I tell people all the time, come at me with facts. I don't want to hear opinions. I don't want to hear. I want to see some receipts. Is what I want. With facts, something that can be proven, not just somebody's feelings and they opinions that ain't based on nothing. Because guess what? When you go to court and you got to present an opinion to a judge, you got to have a citation with it. Otherwise, the judge is going to run your ass out of court and dismiss the case. You got to have. See, we be in behavior everywhere else we go, but we don't want to be in behavior with each other. So, and that's what led me to this conversation with the brother initially, with he playing games. Well, my grandmama said, I said, nigga, really? Did you really go there? My grandmama said it was a law for women to cook. Maybe her ignorant ass was doing that, but there was plenty of women that was business women throughout history. In recent history, and coming out of slavery history, and in ancient history, there's always been women who was business women and owned their own shit. So let's not go with that chauvinist crap. That we got that from the white man. We need to leave it alone. Okay. It's time. Let me see here. Oh, Republicans. Oh yeah, no doubt. They beasts. And they don't care if they wrong. They wrong and still be fighting. Here the Democrats has been right the whole time on most of the issues. Usually the Democrats is wrong when they side with the Republicans, like the Iraq wars and stuff. Okay, the Democrats in the very beginning of that was against the war, and then all of a sudden they fell in line. But usually the Democrats they're more towards the progressive side of it. But hell, we ain't even talking about progressive politics. We trying to go back to what FDR did. That's what we talking about, and they making it seem like that's radical. Democrats is making it seem because they too deep into corporate politics. They're too deep into it. So they know they're going to mess up their money, especially if Bernie get in there. He going to clean house. He going to clean house. And there's going to be more AOCs popping up. They don't want that. They scared of that. But us dumbass niggas down here in the South, we just going right along with it. And we ain't got a pot to piss in down here. Nothing. We don't even have what our grandparents had down here. We lost that shit. Or barely holding on to it. None of the boomers or the Generation X or the millennials that's coming up, none of them have added on to what their great grandparents did. That great generation. My grandparents, none of us have added on to what they did. My grandfather was able to buy 16 acres of land in 1917. Why haven't nobody else been able to add on to that? We should at least have 100 acres onto that land by now. So why can't we do that? Come on. As cheap as land is in South Carolina? Are you kidding me? But we telling ourselves we progressed because we got white neighbors, because we went to college, but we don't own nothing. We can't take a vacation. Who I got on here with me? Let me see something here. Let me see. Trying to see who on here with me. All right. Oh, I don't know if that's live. Wait a minute. Let me see. I can't see the little. I hate. You used to be able to click on the little circles, and you could see who was on here with you. I see y'all when y'all first coming in and out. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Oh, that wasn't Ashley that said that. Was Willie that said that. I mean, brother, you ain't got to give me nothing. I mean, everything I've said is a fact. I haven't spoken anything that wasn't true. Nothing. All we got to do is look around. Everything I said is true. All we got to do is look at the census. All we got to do is look at the Department of Labor and Statistics. These numbers that I'm spouting out randomly are there. The concentration of wealth for black people in this country has not changed from the end of slavery until now. It was 0.5%. At the end of slavery in 1865, all the black people, 4 million black people who got freed, accumulated 0.5%. That number has not changed. So the 43 million black people who exist today, who are educated today, still only account for 0.5% of this country's wealth. We have not progressed. We started to make progress during the Bush years, and then the recession hit, and then Obama didn't bail us out, but it wasn't his fault the recession came. But during that time period, we lost all of the gains, the home ownership gains that we made. We went back down to a historical low. We didn't even go down to the pre-Bush year low. We went to historical lows. These are facts. We haven't made any economic gains anywhere. We know because we look at things from a social standpoint. We like to look at civil rights, and which we still ain't got, but we like to look at those things, and we count those as being some kind of gain or some kind of progress. Huh? Your jaws will get tired. Sometimes they do. But we count things as gains that ain't no gains. So we gave up all our economic progress that we made during Reconstruction, and then we gave it up for civil rights. And we still didn't get them. Yeah, you can eat next to a white person now in a restaurant, some, but you ain't got the money to do it. We had the money before. Why other groups of people don't do that? Chinese ain't out here marching for no civil rights, and they got more rights than us. They got more land than us. They got more everything than us. They ain't out here marching. They ain't worried about who they voting for. They don't give a shit. They go make money. They take care of their community, and they make money. That's what we need to be on. No, I'm not in South Carolina anymore. I'm in North Carolina. I'm in the Charlotte area. I'm just about 20 minutes outside of Charlotte in Indian Trail. I have family in South Carolina. I finished high school in South Carolina. I also went to college in South Carolina. I went to USC and South Carolina State. So I'm very familiar with South Carolina. I got a ton of family in South Carolina. I'm not too far. From where I am right now, I could be in South Carolina in an hour. Maybe 45 minutes depending on the traffic. If I was in Charlotte, I would be only 30 minutes from South Carolina. If I was physically in Charlotte. So I'm a little bit east of Charlotte. But why do you ask? trying to wait for that response. I was going to end the video, but that might be interesting. And anybody got a question, please hit me with it. I mean, I want the dialogue. I want to engage. I wish I could bring somebody on this damn video. It seemed like they had it working the other day, and then I ain't seen it again. And of course, I'm from Jersey originally. So I spent half my life in Jersey and half my life here. Actually, I've spent a little bit more than half my life in the South. So I'm waiting for that response to why it matters if I'm in South Carolina. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I spoke specifically to South Carolina because that's my experience. My direct experience with land is in South Carolina. Even though my property was in North Carolina. My house was in Charlotte, so my land was here. But my family, my great-grandfather bought 16 acres, which we still own to this day in 1917, which was virtually unheard of. My family has not added on to that land. And there's hundreds of acres around there. It's down there. We should have added on to that. And this is true of a lot of black families. We held on to what our great-grandparents gave us, but we didn't add it. They pull a trailer, you know, mama pull a trailer behind grandma's house, and then mama's kids, which is us, my mama's house, we all, I seen too much of that all over South and North Carolina. It ain't just South Carolina, but I was speaking directly, but I mean, that's true all over the South. That's what we do. We don't own nothing. We haven't added on. But we progressed, right? We progressed, but we don't own what our grandparents owned. And a lot of our grandparents, during the Great Migration, they gave up what they had in the South and went up north with nothing and built stuff up there. You look at cities like East Orange, which was historically a white city, okay? North too. But specifically East Orange on South Munn and all of that, those buildings were built for white people, the stockbrokers. That's why they was gorgeous buildings. Black people started migrating out of the South into North to work at those factories and eventually move into the projects, and eventually we moved into the suburbs. That's why if you draw a circle around Newark and then keep drawing bigger circles and going further out, what you get is white flight. You get your Montclairs, you get your Vernons, you get your Livingstons, you get your Morristowns and all of it. All that is black people chasing white people. You get your South Oranges. It's all of those cities was black people chasing white people decade after decade. But the black people who came, the older generation who came out of the South, we integrated those cities. They lived in boarding houses until they can get into the projects. And once they got in the projects, they saved up their money and bought houses in the East Orange and and Irvington and all of that. But then our generation, which is Generation X, here's where we made the mistake. We didn't keep what well, it's partially our mistake. Our parents didn't pass the land to us, and we didn't go get our own land up there. And a lot of us came south because the houses were cheaper. So then you had other groups of people moving in to Newark and East Orange. You had your Africans, you had your Haitians, you had your Puerto Ricans, you had your Portuguese, and every other group of people have moved in and everything and bought our houses and bought our neighborhoods up. We didn't keep it because we wanted to come down here and live next to white folks. And we still don't own nothing. I'd rather have 20 acres down here than a quarter acre up in New Jersey. just on the taxes alone. But you know, if our parents had gave us something, then maybe we could have kept control of our communities, because that's why our communities start getting out of control. It's all connected. Okay. And just out of curiosity, how old are you? Because I want to get an idea of how old your parents are. So how old are you? Because my grandparents may have been the same age as your parents, and that just proves my point. You know. But yeah, it's a lot of people in Jersey got connections to Rocky Mount. I know a lot of them. A lot of people. Let me see. Well, there's somebody else talking. Brother, we could talk anytime, man. I have no problem, man. Matter of fact, I was on the phone with brother Raheem the other night, man. Me and him was on the phone like 4 o'clock in the morning, man. I think we got on the phone at 11 o'clock and got off at 4 when our phone started dying, man. We was talking about everything, building and shit. And that's important. Brothers supposed to fellowship with each other, and you know that agree to disagree shit. Fuck that. I mean, we all ain't gonna have identical. We all have different experiences and different opinions, so we all bringing something to the table, yes. But at some time, we got to get down to brass tacks and put things together in this community. And I'm getting this sense that you might be older than me, but I'm talking specifically to men my age and younger. It's time for them to step up and stop making excuses. It's time. Um, Especially men my age. I'm 43. I'll be 44 this year. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, you're definitely older than me. You're in my mother and them is age, right? So yeah, you're my mother's age. My mother's a little bit younger than you, but my stepfather's older than you. My stepfather's 75. Um, and my grandparents, you know, they were in that previous generation, that great generation before the boomers. So a lot of what I'm saying is not specifically directed to your generation. I think the boomers had a lot of things they did wrong. Um, but that's no excuse for my generation, because my generation is coming of age, has been of age, and it's time for us to take responsibility as men. Because even with your generation, like I was telling somebody yesterday, even though daddy might not have been in the house, all my friends had stepfathers that was your age. You know what I'm saying? So there was a man in the house. There was men in the neighborhood. But they was trying to tell me yesterday, oh, the men disappeared and they left their women. Where did they go? Where are they? That's not true. And I'm not talking about the men who are in jail. Where are all of these men, these single black men who left their women who ain't in jail? Where they at now? What city they live in? Where they at? Because they had to go somewhere. They're not accounted for right now. And I ain't even talking about the 1.5 million that's missing. It's bullshit. Women was given social services and welfare in the late 60s going into the 70s, and that the white man used that to replace the black man. So as they was taking black man out with the industrial complex of the community, they was also giving a woman something to replace us. So now the woman has an idea, I don't need a man. That's new. That's in my lifetime that's really happened. Because everybody was married when I was coming up. You know, you might not have been married to your daddy. You know, your mama might not have been married to your daddy, but she married your stepfather. That's our experience. So this whole thing where women don't need men and men ain't here is new. And that's a result of all these social programs that they use to replace us. So they replaced us, and they only do it to the black woman. See, because when the white farm wife goes to the government for assistance, they tell her she can keep her family together. They're going to give her a subsidy, a farm subsidy. But The black woman goes to the government for assistance. They tell her, you got to get rid of your man. I'm going to give you a house. I'm going to give you an apartment. I'm going to give you food stamps as long as you don't have your man there. We don't, the white woman is not told that. Okay? The Chinese woman is not told that because she go get a business loan. Okay? She, you know, so everybody else gets subsidized except the black family. Okay? They want to break up the black family. That's always been their plan. Also, another interesting thing that was said to me is younger sister. She's a millennial, and what she said to me is, "Well, black women has gone through more than anybody else." That's not true. That's absolutely not true. There is no group on this planet who has been more abused and went through more things than a black man. That's in history and in present day. Everything the black woman went through, the black man went through it too. And that's what I was explaining to her, because she used the example. Ashley was on that conversation. She was talking about rapes. Well, the black woman was getting raped. Well, guess what? The black man was getting raped too. So what have you, and I asked her, what have you black women have gone through that the black man hasn't gone through? Nothing. We've gone through everything they've gone through plus more. Because we're targeted, because they know once they get the black man out the community, the woman is unprotected. She's weakened. And they can control the community. That's what they've been doing. They really buckled down on that in the 70s. Okay, so you're not from East Orange, you're from Kentucky or Kansas. Okay, I got it. I didn't realize there was so many black people in Missouri, man. I didn't know that. That was my ignorance. Somebody schooled me recently, though. There's a lot of y'all out there. Yeah, we could do that. We could do it. We could call each other if you want to talk on the phone. We could do Zoom. We could do Duo. If you want to do a video chat, we could do it. We could do whatever, brother. I've been trying to get a lot of us brothers together. Like, let's once a week, let's do a little video conference. You know, we all chop it up. I've been trying to do that for a while, but you know, we play too much. Now, if I wanted to do a video conference on some doggone basketball or some football, it'd be easy. But when we were talking about the community, and we need you older brothers, we need y'all's wisdom. We need y'all speaking. Because that's what I had as a kid. You know, always had older brothers that pulling the coat. Y'all was pulling our coat. These young kids ain't got that because they grew up in an environment where somebody's telling them, can't nobody tell nothing but your mama. But your damn mama don't know shit. And that's why these young boys is growing up crazy. But then they want to be, they don't want to take responsibility. Because see, if you're the boss, at some point the buck stops with you. You have to take responsibility. I'm getting on the sisters right now. So if you're the boss, and you've been the boss in the community since the end of civil rights, the black woman has been the boss in the community, maybe even before then, why aren't you taking responsibility for the state of the community? Because women control who they married. They control who they have children with. So it makes no sense for 80% of our children to be born in wedlock. That's women controlling that. Because they can put a stop to that tomorrow if they want to. Easily. But we got to be honest about it and take responsibility. And that's something black women have never been held accountable. They've been given credit unjustly, but they've never been held accountable for where they made mistakes. The only way we can fix a problem is what we identify the root cause of the problem. So right now the problem in our community is we have people trying to lead that should not have been leading. They wasn't ready. That's not their job. That's not their function. Their job is to lead the household, not the community. And we all have jobs to do. The black man's job is not to run his household. That's the woman's job, according to God. The woman is the pillar of the household. Okay? The man is the CEO. The woman is the managing partner who really... The man is the silent partner, in other words. The woman, she the vocal one. She running shit in the house. The man is the CEO. He the silent partner. We don't need to hear from him unless it's something serious. But we got away from that. So you got women trying to do the man's job and their job. So what they're not realizing is by taking on the man's job, they're not doing their job at 100%. So they want to do 50% the man's job and 50% the woman's job. That's still a failing grade, either way you look at it. And if you're performing at 50% as a woman, you're failing. If you're performing as 50% as a man, you're failing. So we need to get back to the woman focusing 100% on being a woman and doing her job, and the man focusing 100% on him doing his job. That way, when we put our two together, we got 200%. That's what we use. That's the way we're supposed to function. But we got away from that because women got big-headed when they started getting these things. Even today, all of these women are being subsidized. Very few of them got their own shit. There's a few of them out here, but most of them, they on social services. They getting some kind of social service. And the proof is in the pudding because, again, if they had a regular job, they wouldn't be getting food stamps. So by them getting food stamps tells you they don't have a job. Or they got a little bullshit job. They're making less money than me. I'm on disability. But we got to be honest. But we don't want to be honest. We want everybody to sugarcoat us and tell us our shit don't stink in our community. That's men and women. We love that. God said it. We hate correction. We hate it. We don't want nobody to correct us. And that's, you know, we got white Jesus in our mind. We got religion in our mind. That ain't come from us. That came from the white man. That ain't for us. The white man can believe whatever he wants. But God gave us laws directly. Do this. Don't do that. That's what the Bible is. And I talk to sisters and brothers all the time. I want to do what I want, and I want to take my time to get myself together. And it don't work that way. Jesus said we ain't got time. Make no haste. We don't understand what repentance means. Repentance means correction. And then we think we can correct ourselves. It don't work there. She admitted. I talked to a sister today. She came out and admitted me. I'm not thinking right. That's what she said to me. So I don't need to be in a relationship. Well, you're a single black woman with 3 kids. You're struggling. You do need to be in a relationship. Your thinking is the problem, not the relationship. Because you haven't been in a relationship. You've been thinking crazy the whole time and doing what you wanted to do. But she don't want to correct her thinking because she loves the world. Nobody can tell me what to do. But guess what? My man tell him what to do every fucking day. The difference being, you don't go home to that man. He go home to his wife. You go home to nobody. And that's why they're horny, they're lonely, they're frustrated. The kids is out of order. This is nature. Because you see the same behavior in the animal kingdom. So if you look at a herd of animals, when the male goes away from the herd gets out of order. When the male comes back from the hunt or wherever he's been, then the herd gets back in order. That's all herd animals. Elephants, lions, you name a herd animal, they all function that way. We're herd animals. We're communal animals. We're not made to be individuals. We're made to function as a community. We're nomadic people. That's what we were. Because of slavery, but we always traveled together. That was the protection. The protection was in the community, not in one individual man. One individual black man, I'm talking to his sister, Shalakemia, cannot protect you. It takes a community of black men to protect you. And them working together. One black man ain't got no army. We ain't got no police force. We ain't got no land. We ain't got no guns. So how are we going to protect you if the white people really want to do something to you? We can't do shit to you. But look on, one of the curses, we would look and wonder. And we would marvel when they took our kids away. That's a curse. Another curse is madness. It's madness to keep doing the same thing over. I'm trying to beat that into my people's head because I love my people. So I'm telling them the truth. I ain't telling them shit is all rosy. I'm going to give them the fucking truth. I don't care how they like it or how I say it. It's the truth. The truth is the truth. And the truth is the law of God. That's what the truth is. God said, if you love me, keep my commandments. And they are not grievous. That's what God said. And he also said, The conclusion of the whole matter is to fear God and keep the commandments. That's what we have never done because we want to do what we want to do. But the white man tell us to do something, we do it. We've been doing that since Rome. We've been doing that in Assyria, Babylon. Okay? All over this world, we've been doing that same behavior. We want to be like them. When we better than them, all we got to do is behave accordingly. Okay, hold on. Ooh. All right, well, conversing with you, brother. I will send you my number. After I do this live here. However you want to do it, man. I got time. Like I said, I'm on disability. I go to dialysis 3 times a week. So other than that, I'm free. Especially on Saturdays and Sundays. I have time. Tuesdays and Thursdays too. But Saturday and Sunday, I'm usually not doing nothing but communicating with the brothers and sisters. But they take what I'm saying as hate. And this is, see, that's what you've been taught. We've been taught to believe that. But correction is love. You out of pocket. Somebody really loves you. They're gonna tell you, bro, you out of pocket right now. You need to come back over here. That's what people do who care about you. People who don't care about you just let you do whatever, let you run wild. That's what we've been doing. But we told ourselves that's love. They grown and they can do whatever they want to do and all that country ass nonsense tomfoolery. Your kids can do whatever they want. Who the fuck? And that's why these kids out here making babies at young ages now. Because these country ass people done told them, in country, I'm not just talking about down here, you got country ass people in Harlem. Okay? It's a mentality. Y'all country ass motherfuckers in Harlem too. They ain't never left Harlem. Ain't never even been to Brooklyn kind of shit. Country. Never met people in my life who ain't never been outside their city, but I have now. I met a few of them now. That ain't just down here. That's up there too. I ain't never been to Jersey and you live in Manhattan. Y'all, they act like Jersey is the country or something. Nigga, like, I had to ask a nigga one time, have you ever been to Newark? Really? Have you ever been to Trenton? Camden? But your impression of anything outside of New York is country. Get the fuck out of here. But they won't bring their punk asses to Newark. I guarantee that. So they talk that I'm from New York, New York, New York shit, right? And as soon as you tell them, oh, well, I'm from Jersey, they go, what part of Newark? Oh, okay. They straighten up real quick. But Newark niggas go anywhere. We everywhere. Newark, East Orange, Irvington, all the bricks. We go anywhere. Plainfield, Patterson, we go anywhere. You find us any place you go. You always find a dude from Jersey. All them dudes just started moving outside, down here recently. A few of them. There ain't that many Harlem dudes. You get a lot of Brooklyn and Bronx, Queens. But I'm going to wrap this up. That's all I got. Share my videos, people. I'm still trying to get 10 shares so I can give y'all a t-shirt. I'm trying to give away this $30 t-shirt. Or I said the hoodie. I'll do the hoodie. The dashiki print hoodie I got. I'll do one of those. Gotta be the 10th sharer of a particular video. Like and share. Follow. Just start it off. Just do it right now. Just share it right now. I'm gonna watch. Whoever watching me right now, share it. Let me see. I ain't asking for no stars or anything like that. I'm asking you to do something free. Just share the video right now. Share it. Go. Come on. Who is that watching me? Who is that watching me? I need you to share my video. Whoever you are. I'ma see when you do it. Let's do it. Who is that? I tell you what, whoever watching my video right now, I'll give you a free t-shirt, right? I'll give you a free t-shirt if you share my video and you get 10 likes on that video. Share my video, get 10 likes, I'll give you a t-shirt. You have it in less than a week. Real talk. Let's do it right now. Let's start it off. For this one person who watching my video right now, I'll do that. Whoever that is, I can't even see who it is. Kind of see. No, I can't see, man. This shit is. I can't go back up. No. Whoever that is, share my video. I got 2 people watching. Share my video. Get 10 likes. I'll get you a t-shirt. It'll be custom made, whatever color you want it to be. $30 t-shirt or the dashiki hoodie, whichever one you want. Share my video. Let me see. Alright, I'm gone.